Okay, ladies and gentlemen, there's most likely going to be a bit of interruptions here or there. My I share a room with my family, and my mother is actually about to get off of work, so she's going to be in the living room watching TV for a little while. But that's okay because we have a little bit of we have a little bit of music to enjoy this time around. I created this 40-minute soundtrack, and yeah, you guys can enjoy that while we're doing this. Just give me a little while, just setting up a few things still. Let me know how well the music's actually coming through for you guys. Trying to do things a little bit different this time around. Okay, we've been at this for about 7 minutes now, so I'm just gonna turn this down a little bit and let's get straight to work. Turn out the audio. Doing things a little bit different this time around. So we have a few people watching. Glad you guys tuned in. Make sure to say something in the chat. As always, you might hear my family in the background. Just ignore them. So we're gonna go ahead. Kind of fix this thing here. I'll leave the feet to be open for interpretation. Actually, um, let's actually talk for just a little minute. Okay, so what I'm doing today is some line art, and what I wanted to talk about when it comes to line art is that, especially when the process for making monsters is in my game is, initial concepting, and then afterwards it's the sketching, drawing aspect of it. And then there's like line art. Within the line art, I can always change up things to my liking, and I could, because I'm limited in my drawing skills, so there's only certain amount of things I can actually do as with hand drawing, that type of thing. But I can always go and modify some things with the line art, especially things that I couldn't normally portray with my hand drawing skills. So that's actually a good part of doing line art, especially this way, is that I can always go back. And I know that originally, especially where it says here, it says Burnma, because originally this monster was going to be called Burnma. It's actually supposed to be a female bird, similar to, I guess you could say, Biomon from the Digimon series, but it's meant to be the starter monster for the female if you choose a certain path. I'm not going to talk about how starters are chosen, but I'm going to let you guys figure that out as you play the game. But basically, if you choose a certain path, you get this monster. And so I wanted something kind of similar to Biomon in an aspect where it's like a bird basically. So in that retrospect, it's similar in that aspect. But when I originally named this monster, I didn't really know what to name it. I was gonna call it something like Kajitori or something like that, but I wanted something that was more feminine sounding, especially when it comes to the design, where conceptually speaking, there's not much. I guess I'm not good at drawing feminine things to begin with, but like there isn't a lot of femininity in the sketch itself. So I could always add things like the color pink or purple or yellow or something like that, but there should still be a way of identifying that this monster is a female with the drawing. So conveying those type of things is also a special task when it comes to designing monsters. So it's not just necessarily about my approach. I've explained this before. My approach when it comes to making monsters is trying not to make them look cute necessarily, but to make them look more cool or aggressive looking, without making them look so aggressive looking that it scares children or something like that. So I'm still trying to follow that philosophy while bending or breaking a rule or two here or there in order to fit a specific monster or a specific character. So yeah, I just wanted to comment on that and go right back to some music. So let's go. Okay, well, in terms of line art and design, I think this is pretty much it. I still like the file's still called Burnma. I haven't changed it to Meteora. But this monster's name is Meteora, in case you guys didn't know. So I changed the name of the monster to Meteora. Sounds like it'd be the name of a higher stage evolution monster, but I'm good with this for now. Just going to go Control F, Control Shift S. Saving this as some line art. Okay, cool. I kind of always undo that. All right, so in terms of colors, I'm not entirely too sure like what colors I should actually use, but I was actually looking at some Pokemon earlier, and just gonna copy this image here. I'm not sure how people feel about me using this piece of artwork. You may not be able to find this reference on Google later on because I don't know what it is about images appearing inside my like all I'm doing is really just teaching people how to like rip some colors. All I'm doing is taking some, which might be illegal. I'm just gonna take this. I'm actually not gonna make the color primarily yellow because this is what's confusing to me. I'm not entirely too sure like what I should use in terms of, I guess, go here, copy this image, because if anything, like I feel like if I use it from like a wiki fandom, the image will still be there. Like there shouldn't be a reason why I shouldn't be able to find that image anymore just because it appears in like my live stream. Like, I'm still figuring out exactly what color scheme I should go with. And the color scheme is actually really important because I was speaking before that I actually want to do 2 different color schemes for each starter. So that way there's like a version of that starter that you get and and basically if you start with this monster, if this monster is your first monster starter, then you get that version of it, and then there's like another version of it that's like in the wild that you can only obtain that way. So yeah, still trying to figure out how I'm going to do this. And I think I'm just going to copy this image here, and then I'm going to go ahead and just paste it. I actually didn't even have to paste it here because I want this specific color of red actually. So maybe this color. I feel like it's not as red as originally intended. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to play some music while I go and color this in. If you have any suggestions on like what colors I should possibly use, go ahead, let me know in the description. But yeah, I'm just going to be, let's see what we have here. It's a new tweet. It says Filthy Animals Heist Simulator. Oh no, never mind. It's another game. And okay, so put back on the music. Actually, that's not bad. I actually kind of like this design so far. What's up? Cautious. Hopefully I'm not too far behind. Hey, thanks for stopping by. Let's talk about it. Cautious. I feel like now I should have put more detail on the feet, actually. Hey, thanks, man. Like, I'm still like still trying to figure out how this thing's gonna go about. Yeah, probably gonna take color from this. Oops. That, huh? Maybe it should be left like that. Hold on a moment. Slight interruption. Okay, so hold on a second. What I actually want to do really quick is like a slight change, and I guess you can say um, a slight change in like color scheme. Like originally, this is going to be like I'm still leaning towards like the white and purple, but I actually thought it might look better if it was gray and purple. So gonna go ahead and give this a shot real quick. So like I kind of think this version of Gal looks a little bit better. Like I don't know why. Like when I think of things in the back of my mind, I'm like, oh, you know, this seems like it'll look pretty cool. But then when I actually test things out, it's like a different story. So I think that's actually a pretty cool pattern there. Let's create it. So I do it on separate layers. You still make a pretty cool drawing just like that. But and I guess because it's only slightly grayer than what it's actually supposed to be. So yeah. Let me know how you guys feel about the soundtrack so far. I know it's all music from the YouTube music library, and I figured, hey, you know, it's copyright free music. Why not use it sparingly? So actually, I'm going to try to down the hues of this really quick and just talking about, you know, concepting, and how to sort of make this type of thing work. Get a bigger brush than that. Okay, something like around there. That looks more like, I guess, combat wolf type. So I don't know. I'm not too sure now. Like I kind of, or maybe like a different shade of color for the eyes. Maybe like different color for the eyes. Let me go here. Perhaps a more like, I guess, pink, or let's see what we have here. We'll go for it. Guess that kind of works. Not too sure which one to use now. So, or should we use? What color should I use? Oh, that yellow looking, like kind of like a golden. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Like a golden color. Perhaps not too dark. Like right there. Actually come across this by accident. That's why sometimes you just gotta play with things in order to figure out how they work sometimes. And you will be amazed at what type of things you can create because of that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just save this for now. And then we're gonna go back to working on Meteora. I think this actually works a lot better in terms of design. Yeah, there we go. Here we go now. Yeah, here we go. Up on my flow. I swear I could probably rap some shit to this. Who knows? Makes me wonder, but it actually looks better like this. Makes you wonder. Usually this is a song I play when I like end the show, but we're not ending the show right now. We still got a little bit more work to do. But fortunately, the playlist is just gonna loop back, and yeah, keep working on some things. Okay, so that's one down. Next, I just need to do a different color scheme for this one here. Well, think about that. Is that what we actually need to do? Just recolor certain parts. Kind of looks like one of those marshmallow peeps from Easter, but like I think this actually looks really good. So yeah, not too sure what. Ooh, not too sure what I should make the eye color actually. So. I'm gonna go with this. I think this actually looks good for a second edition. Like originally when I did Gal, they both had the same eye color, so like I'm still kind of experimenting a little bit and trying to figure out what color actually looks best. Just gonna go ahead, fill it in one time, see what happens. Okay, well, maybe eyes don't necessarily have to be a different color, but like I feel like they do. But I feel like the green kind of works a little bit better because this purple is very similar to the pink that's on the top of its head. So like that kind of like distracts it a little bit. But I think that green is probably the best color I have. It's probably the best color for it. You know, I mean, if anything, it's like less artwork I have to make, but you know, still, this looks pretty good. Kind of looks like a marshmallow pea, but still looks pretty good. So I'm gonna finalize this design and just, you know, keep it. So what I'm hoping to do is I want to include the 2D artwork, but then also a picture of the 3D model in the virtual decks. So I guess that'll be like the next thing I do in terms of like designing those type of things. But close this up. I'm gonna let you guys pick which one should be the version, the wild, basically. Try to borrow some colors from some artwork, you know, just to borrow a few things. Kind of looks like Motimon or Mojimon from Digimon, but I'm actually gonna let you guys. I'm actually gonna let you guys compare it yourselves, like how much Mojiba actually looks like. When you really look at them, they kind of don't, but you know, you can obviously tell what my influence was. Like, they look somewhat similar, very, very similar in design, but you know, have different eyes and different mouth. I think that's enough to make them distinguishable. And yeah, but this was actually one of my favorite Digimon, believe it or not. So yeah. So this will be the next piece of line art I'm gonna do. The only thing is that I really don't think I have enough time back. Well, I do have enough time. If I spend like the next 30, it's probably gonna take another hour just to do this one. So I'll go ahead and just go ahead and work on this one. See, with this one here, I feel like I'm leaving a lot of detail. So I actually want to do this in smaller pieces than what I was doing before. Please let me know how you guys are enjoying this live stream. I actually find playing this music to be really relaxing, and I kind of enjoy just like, playing some music in the background and just working on some things. Wish I had a bit more audience retention, but I got to get a regular streaming schedule. My streaming schedule is inconsistent with my upload schedule, so they kind of go hand in hand with each other. But since I'm going to be off for the next 3 to 4 days, I figure, hey, why not? My dog is always in the background, walking around, and she goes wherever the food is. Wherever the food is, she just follows. My brother just walked in his room with an egg sandwich, so my dog's gonna follow. But yeah, I actually find working on, music relaxes people. So I actually find working on the game with this music, the soundtrack in the background, a lot of this music that you've been hearing in my devlogs and stuff like that before. So it's like, yeah, the dog's jamming out to the soundtrack too. But you guys have heard a lot of this stuff. Can you stop moving? Can you go somewhere? Like, what's your deal? But yeah, so basically, you guys have heard a lot of these songs in my devlogs and my tutorials and my videos and stuff like that. So I figure, in order to keep the whole Codemaster Jamal vibe, because I feel like it's a different vibe in my live streams, why not create like a soundtrack of everything I've worked on for virtual months for Codemaster Jamal. Yeah, that's basically it. Let's get back to doing some line art. Kind of looks like he's putting up a West Side symbol. I'm telling you now, you guys are going to love the evolutions for these monsters. I'm telling you, you're probably not going to see what comes next. Some of them are kind of predictable, but you're not going to see what comes next. In some cases. Some of them are kind of predictable, but in a lot of cases, you're not going to see what comes next. But I promise you're not going to see something like a rooster turning into like a refrigerator with a Gatling gun. I saw that meme on the internet recently, and I was like, you know what? I kind of want to do something like that. But like, I'm not entirely too sure. But I promise you well, let me not even promise that you won't see nothing like that, because it actually seems like a pretty interesting idea to me. But yeah, you guys want to say anything like that? Okay, well, just gonna lower that down right there. Okay, so here's how my closing thoughts on this. There were, a few things I was talking about. This, he kind of looks like he's doing the Wu-Tang sign with his hands, but there are a few things that I probably could have did that was better. For the most part, I feel like this line art could be a little bit better. It could be a tad bit more congruent, especially around the eyes. But for the most part, it works for the character. So like, I'm not even mad at it. And at first, I was doing the eyes a little bit different. Like I would, I realized that my artwork's not perfect, but by doing it this way, it has kind of its own flair or feel to it. I don't know, maybe I should just kind of redo that eye, but nah, it looks pretty good like that. Looks pretty good. So I honestly can't complain, and yeah, the only thing that's left is just to color it in and probably move on to the next thing. But my closing song is actually coming up soon. And believe it or not, I actually have a few other things to attend to today. I'm actually going to be meeting up at a friend's house. I was talking to you guys about a public beta. I'm also thinking I'm going to mention this in a devlog about donations and the possible idea of donating to the project. But once you hear this song, that the show's almost over basically. And I'm sorry to end it. I'm quite sure. Let's tone this down a little bit. I'm quite sure. I'm quite sure you guys don't want the show to end either. But I have to attend to other things. But I'm going to be posting some stuff on social media, posting a few polls, and I'll just see how you guys react to certain things. So I need a little bit of input on certain things. Some things I'm a little undecided on. But no matter what, I'm always moving forward. Like, if I don't do, if I'm not coding, I'm doing artwork. If I'm not doing artwork, I'm doing music. If I'm not doing music, I'm doing code. It just kind of works like that. So I'm never stuck on one thing per se, but I'm always moving. Definitely always moving. And I think I'm going to end it here. If you guys like this type of content and you want to see more, make sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel for more, keep making games. Till next time, this is Codemaster Jamal, and I'm out.